Dear colleagues, dear conference organizers, thank you for the opportunity to present the report. Dear colleagues, we bring to your attention a report on the topic Technologization of student cardiac death prevention based on the disciplinary-methodological matrix of health-preserving competence. The authors of the study are M Fedorets, V Klochko. Vitality and motor activity are dependent on the functioning of the cardiovascular system, which is represented as the cardiac basis of life and movement. The specified vital cardio-centric motor aspect of human nature is well known and understandable. At the same time, the humanitarian and medical preventive dimensions the phenomenon of the head as a welcome and cultural phenomenon as not sufficiently revealed in the system of contents and meanings of the specific science as well as the method of physical culture and sports. Currently, there is a pathological phenomenon that actualizes the problems of the heart in all its existential depths and vital and biological significance, multidimensionality, and systematically. This is a well-known pathological phenomenon, sudden cardiac death, which can occur precisely in the process and as a result of motor activity or after it. Of course, there are other conditions and reasons for the formation of the indicated cardiac pathology. From the point of view of education, it is significant that this problem is present in all countries of the world. Sudden cardiac death, the actual cardiac pathology, is epidemiologically significant. Accordingly, the indicated problem is to some extent connected with physical culture and sport, including the youth sports. We define as an urgent problem the technologization of the prevention of sudden cardiac death, which is presented as a significant component of improving the health-preserving competence of a physical education teacher in the conditions. The purpose of the study is to conceptualize the strategies of technologization of the prevention of the sudden cardiac death based on the application of the disciplinary-methodological matrix of the health-preserving competence of the physical education teacher. Methods, approaches, and concepts integrated into methodological system were used in the study. The specified methodological system is anthropologically, culturally, and technologically oriented. Based on the transfer of knowledge, methodology, and values from the medical field, the following approaches were applied: pathopedagogical, etiological in the health pedagogy, propedeutic in the health pedagogy. Preventive, transdisciplinary, and case methods were also used. Ideas and concepts were used in the work: knowledge transfer, anthropologizing, humanizing, axiologizing. On methodical concepts, for the optimal preventive solution to the problem of sudden cardiac death, we have developed a separate etiologic technology of prevention of sudden cardiac death. To determine the level of formation of the physical education teacher's intellectual ability to prevent sudden cardiac death, which includes the first of all knowledge of the causes and mechanisms of the development of this disorder, the developed Fedorets test analysis of etiological risk factors of the development of sudden cardiac death during physical extension was used. We also use the mathematical and statistical methods, use the non-parametric Wilcoxon test, the Wilcoxon signal-run test, to perform the pairwise comparisons of two dependent samples obtained as a result of the experimental. Let's consider in the detail the technique, a theotropic technology of prevention of sudden cardiac death, which is aimed at technologization, objectification, optimization, axiologization, anthropologization, humanization of preservation of cardiac health and life of students. A theotropic technology of prevention of sudden cardiac death contains 6 blocks. The 1 blocks anthropological, 2 blocks pathopedagogical, 3 blocks propedeutic, 4 blocks therapeutic, 5 blocks practical and technological, and 6 blocks control reflexive. Fedorets test, analysis of etiological risk factors for the development of sudden cardiac death during physical extension, was applied on the order to determine the dynamics of the formation of the physical education teacher's intellectual ability to prevent sudden cardiac death based on the knowledge of the causes and mechanisms of the development of these disorders. Look please table 1. The research was conducted in the process of improving the qualification of physical education teachers in the conditions of postgraduate education. 411 physical education teachers took part in the study. The experimental study was conducted in 9 institutions of higher education. According to the results of the test, a sample of the percentage of correct answer of physical education teachers was obtained before and after the study. Dear colleagues, please look at figure 1. We check whether the data samples before and after the study are normally distributed using histograms and Shapiro-Wilk tests. The Shapiro-Wilk normality test statistic was obtained using the Shapiro test function of the R programming languages. The following results were obtained. After applying this test, we can conclude that the distribution does not follow a normal distribution, and 1 example and 2 example data. We use the Wilcoxon sign-rank test to determine that the difference between the values, the percentage of correct answer to the test question obtained before and after the study is significant. We call the hypothesis X1, taking into account that is all the difference between the corresponding values of the percentage of correct answer before and after the study are positive. We get X0, the result of testing before conducting the study, are equal to the result of testing after conducting the study, and X1, the result of testing before conducting the study, are less than the result of testing after the conducting the study. To calculate the Wilcoxon sign-rank test criterion, we use the Wilcoxon text function of the R programming language. We get the result of p-value equal 0.00029114. Please look the figure, and thus p-value less than 0.01. So, at the significance level of 1%, we refute the hypothesis that the result of testing before conducting the study are equal of the result of testing after conducting the study. The hypothesis that the result of testing before conducting the study are less than the result of the testing after conducting the study. The significant positive dynamic of the result in the experimental group is explained by the fact that the problem of sudden cardiac death is a professionally and vitality significant, as well as by the fact that consideration of the issue and the educational process is given special attention. In conclusion, we say the disciplinary methodological matrix is a level cognitive value knowledge system format of the base of dynamic targeting, interaction and structuring and integration of various disciplines and their system, mainly anthropologically and healthcare oriented. System of knowledge, discourses and narratives, ideas, values, meanings, methods and strategies of problematization and conceptualization, etc. When forming the specific matrix, as well as the variable, cognitive, methodological, and methodical ways of developing the health-preserving competence of physical education teachers, we use a system strategies as the main ones of which are presented below. The teleological strategy, the strategies of intellectualization, anthropologization strategies, the possible pedagogical strategies, the etiological strategies, the epistemological axis, general specific strategies, the propedeutic strategy, and therapeutic strategy. As a result of testing using the Fedorets test, analysis of etiological risk factors of the development of sudden cardiac death during physical exertion, the positive dynamic of learning outcomes in the experimental group was determined. That is, after applying the technique, the mean value of the percentage of correct answers in the experimental group was 80.29%. This is 73% more than the mean value of the percentage of correct answers before the training of students using the technique. In the process of the research, the statistical significance of this result was proved using the Wilcoxon Signet rank test. The necessary disciplinary methodological matches can be constructed for the formation of various competence and goals and design of training. Dear colleagues, the report is over. Thank you for your attention.